Welcome to Fortune Cookies. So this is day one of my staycation. I got some administrative stuff I have to do, but I will not be working at my day job. So figured I'd treat you guys to some lives this week. I know we had some issues with my mic last week, and two of my videos had no sound. So I'm gonna see if I can dub over those later. Later this week. I have a few things that are on my plate for this week, but I figured I would do some pop-up lives and pop-up news for you. So we have some interesting Dennis Rodman news. So apparently he is going to give Brittney Griner a little bit of help here. So, and I've got some new blocking. So if it is your first time here, that was the first sloppy shuffle of the day. Your first time here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. And if you're a repeat offender, welcome back. I love all my crazy fortune cookie people. So, so what popped up in the news today is Brittney Griner. Dennis Rodman has advised that he has permission to negotiate on her behalf to see if he can get her out of here. Senior anonymous official from Joe Biden's administration has told Reuters that White House is not a fan of Rodman's plan and believe it could actually hurt Brittney Griner's chances of being released. So one of the things that I thought was interesting that Rodman said was that he knows Putin all too well. So if he said, "I know Putin too well," that would be okay. I guess that would be a little suspicious. But hi, Serendip. He said, "I know him all too well." So the implication there is there's some negativity going on. So what I think we'll do is we're going to take a look at Dennis Rodman's intent. See if we can come up with a success rate. Also, we'll see how his relationship is with Pootie. You know, I think Dennis Rodman is a really, I think the world needs Dennis Rodman. I think he's gone through some interesting challenges himself. But hi, Adam A. So Adam A, I'm on a staycation this week, so I think I'm going to do some lives. Like I'll try and do a live every day, but I am going to try and get some recreational time in here while I'm staycationing. I got a bunch of stuff to do. Treadmill is on my list. So all right. So let's see what Dennis Rodman's sloppy shuffle is the second one today. Let's see what Dennis Rodman's intent is here. Is it publicity? Does he really think that he can help out? So let's get a look on him before we go any further. And I'm going to be using this super fun new deck that I got. This one just popped up on Etsy, and it's just a black Rider-Waite tarot. With triple moon on the back. It's a pretty deck. So this is, we're going to just see what's going on with Dennis himself. And let me know what you think of my my blocking here. I got new blocking. So I'm going to put it out there. I think he really thinks that he can make a difference in this situation. He really thinks that he's doing this in earnest. You know, interesting. You know, I think he had said that he was going to do negotiation with North Korea at one point. So that I thought was a little bit odd. I didn't do any readings on it, I'll be honest. But this, you know, he's in earnest. He really does want to get her out of there. He does think that this is an injustice. and he would like to, at least get her back on terra firma, United States soil. So I think he's doing it as, a member of the basketball community, because they are both basketball players, duh. But I think he's doing as part of that. He really does have a superb amount of confidence, and he has a good plan. Not sure why this is being poo-pooed, but he absolutely is coming to the table with a really good plan. So who did he get permission from? Because he said that he has permission. I'm the queen of sloppy shuffle right now. The queen of sloppy shuffle. Who did he get permission from? So it's almost like he gave himself permission. And he just said, well, no one else is busting a move on this, so I'm going to. Nobody's trying. Nobody's even negotiating on her behalf. So I'm throwing my hat in the ring. So he basically gave himself permission to do it. Good for him. I do like Dennis Rodman's style. I do like that. So back to his spread. So, we have this sensibility of, it's an injustice. This isn't a very fair thing that is happening to her. He's got the skills to negotiate her out of there. He's going to step to the table with a very positive plan, and not trading any other individuals for her. This would be, it feels strictly on humanitarian grounds. He would be offering up some kind of negotiation with her, or with Russia. So let's see how is Brittney Griner doing at this moment? We're going to switch out decks too. Are we going to switch? No, I don't think so. I don't know if these are reading very well. How is Brittney Griner doing these days? Saw some articles about the work camps, and probably a good idea to get her out of there. Well, she is not doing well in there. A lot of fighting. Careless mistakes got her to where she is. Hi, Lady of the Lake. Hello, Nurse Who Cares. Thanks for stopping by, guys. She is regretful of some things in her past. I don't think that this is regretful of her behavior in this particular situation. I think I do think she's disappointed in the support that she is getting from the State Department to get her out of there. I think that there's a level of disappointment there. But the business of getting over there, and my jury was still out on, and I've talked about this before in my readings. I traveled, quite a bit with my parents. My parents are very, very well-traveled people. And one of the things that they had always told the four of us is, when you go to a foreign country, you have to adapt to that culture. And that means knowing the laws. You're not an American on someone. Hi, Joe, upside down. I did. You are a guest in their country and you should abide by their laws and their rules. That means if you go to a country that requires you to wear a yarmulke, you wear a yarmulke. If you go to a country that requires you to wear a burqa, you wear a burqa. If you go to a country that requires you not to drink, you don't drink. You follow the rules in the country. And that, it's I had been vocal about Brittney Griner before. You don't tra la la into a country. And I cited my ex-husband works in the music industry, and one of the things is that they were very, very careful when they went into certain countries with their equipment, because they wanted to make sure there was nothing accidentally transported into these countries. I know Japan was one, Russia was one, and I want to say Australia was another one that they were a little bit careful, or there were some severe penalties if you brought anything into the country as far as substances. So whether or not it was residue in there, who knows? That none of us were there. We likely will not get the details, but this reading tells me that this was, kind of an accident. It just was. Maybe she had emptied it out on the way there, and it was just the residue that was in there, and that was enough for customs to go bananas on her. So it is what it is. But she is finding some difficulty in the prisons. I don't think that the prisons are charm schools there, and I don't think the women's prisons are charm schools in Russia. So I think she is having some troubles there, some difficulties, and I think the difficulties are stemming from her being an American and being presumed as. Being presumed as entitled and arrogant, let's put it that way. Just not her personally, but as a culture, having some issue with that. So I do think that there's some she's experiencing some trouble because of that, but she's actually holding her own. So good for her. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's able to at least communicate back, something that will keep her in a position where she's, not being ganged up on. I hate to say it. So a lot of spirituality that she's experiencing. Like she's having a bit of an awakening there. She's asking the universe for a lot of favors. So those of us that are light bringers, if we can extend out to her some goodwill and support and strength, I think that might help her out. Joe Biden, I'm just looking here. Yeah, paracetamol can land you in prison there. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. It's the thing about Saudi Arabia is I really, really want to go there. That's one of the countries that I want to travel to, and it's totally like based on the fact that like I know I'm not allowed there unless I have a sponsor and I have like an escort the whole time there. I just really want to see how these I think it's fascinating that the Bedouin tribes went from basically living in tents and burning camel dung for heat and for cooking. I think I think for cooking. To living in these gold-plated palaces within 2 generations. That's a really remarkable change of culture, and I just think from a anthropological perspective, it'd be really, really cool to go there. Also there's so much history that comes out of there that we still don't know about. Bright Insight did a show. If you don't follow Bright Insight, follow him. He's amazing. He's got all kinds of cool stuff. It talks about Atlantis and it's based on data that we have on different countries. So he did this whole thing on statues in Iraq. He just posted it, so you can go see it if you want. So, yes, Lady of the Lake, fly on the wall, genie in a bottle. I would love to do that. Grant some wishes there. So, all right. So we see how Brittney's doing. Let's get back to the reading. If you guys have questions, fire them off in the comments because I will answer them if we want to look at this. Oh yes, Joe Biden, the religious police. Yes, what the Mutwa? Aren't they called the Mutwa or Mutva? I'm not sure. I think that's the name of them. So yeah, fascinating place. So let's see what Pootie thinks of Dennis Rodman coming off the bench. Help Brittney Griner. Is he agreeable to this? Is he going to talk to him? We haven't checked in with Pootie in a while. Oh, I got it right, Joe Biden. The Mutwa. Look at me. So, oh, look out, Dennis Rodman. So, okay. So, Pootie, as far as like the whole Dennis Rodman thing, okay, Pootie will talk to him. He's agreeable to talking to him, but he's already telling him, I'm not bending this rule. We're not doing anything, other than what's already going on. We're going to keep her where she is. So if you want to come talk to me, that's great. But I'm not going to do anything different. We're not going to turn the justice around on this. We have justice in reverse. Let me know how the new camera angle's reading for you guys, because I think I have to change the cloth out if I'm going to use these black cards. We'll switch it up to a different deck so we can see a little bit better. But he's not going to turn around the justice, but he's going to be sweet on the surface. He's going to be really, really sweet. So I think Dennis Rodman should be a little bit careful of this, because then we have our seven of swords are shady guys, sneaky stuff going on behind the scenes. He's going to present, Putin's going to present very pleasant. Yes, come. We will discuss. We will talk. And he's also going to present this very carefree. Yes, sure. Sit down. Let's have some. Okay, all right, Joe Biden. I'm going to impress you again. Coffee from the samovar and some caviar on the side. Not that you would have coffee and caviar at the same time. You wouldn't do that. You would have champagne or vodka and caviar. But he's going. But he said samovar. So he's going to present very, very carefree, but there's this Ace of Pentacles in the bottom. And I think it's almost like so did you ever see those movies where like they send in the rescue squad and then the rescue squad gets kidnapped and like now everybody is in, yes, ghastly combination, absolutely. And then the rescue squad is also imprisoned and now they're in trouble. It feels like that's what this is all about. So I don't know if it's a great idea for Dennis Rodman to go there. I just don't think it is. Seems like there's a bit more, like all of a sudden we're going to have all these high profile sports people there. So it doesn't seem really cool. But Joe Biden, I'm going to tell you something. Coffee and caviar ice cream. How about that? Oh, that'd be terrible. So let's see how this plan is going to play out right now. Let's see what the legs are. Now remember, tarot's about reading possibility. It's possibility from right now. It's not possibility that's inflexible. It's not possibility that's definitely going to happen. We always have free will, and we have the free will of everyone that's involved in the circumstance. So we've got free will of the State Department, free will of the Russian government, free will of Putin, free will of Dennis Rodman. At any given time, somebody could change their mind and things could go. So let's see right now, plan in place, what's going to happen. I feel like Dennis Rodman's on his cell phone. He's on his cell phone. There we go. King of Wands. Oh, and he's trying to wheel and deal. He is a little boy playing in a big boy's world. So, okay, we're going to get an illusion. There's going to be an illusion of a treaty here. So, what we have is he's gonna put himself into this position of, uh, oh my God, Joe Biden. I'd rather Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi ice cream. Woo. It's like those freezer pops that have vodka in them. Oh, I say that. So I shouldn't be saying that. That's terrible. For me, freezer pop with vodka in it, make my day. So, and I'm on staycation right now. So, I've got booze on the brain a little bit. So, position of power. He's going to present, Rodman's going to present himself as a person of power, a person in control of the situation. He's going to appeal to Russian government and Putin with very simple ideas. His ideas are very simple. Look, it was a mistake. Let her come home. Ban her for life. She doesn't have to come back. So I believe women's basketball is actually pretty big in Russia. I think that's if I'm not correct. I don't have Gregopedia here to do my producing, so I have no idea. But I think he's just going to say, let's just ban her for life. There's nothing that they can do in lieu of the described punishment and the assigned punishment right now. There's no exchange. So what was it? I don't know. It was 20 years ago. I think I was in college. I might have been longer, but there was that college kid who got caned, and like the whole world was in an uproar. Was in Thailand or something like that. He stole something. He got in a lot of trouble. He got caned, and everyone was flipping out. There's no exchange for the sentence for what she's done. So there really is, there's like, well, there's nothing we can do. She has to serve her time. So that's going to be the argument here. There's like really no chance for parole. So what is the alternate plan? So are they going to change the sentencing? There's something that is, because we have this success card at the end. Nothing that we can offer. Reviewing things, nostalgia, struggling, disappointment. I don't think he's going to get anywhere. I think the conversation is going to take place, boys and girls. I think Dennis Rodman's actually going to get on the phone. I feel like he's already been on the cell phone with higher ups in Russia, if not Putin himself. He's really trying to hardcore press. I say that all the time. I have never played basketball in my life. I'm 5'1.5". I am not playing basketball anytime soon. But the only thing I think that can get her out of there is if we buy her out. And even if we do that, I think it's just like a reduced sentence, and it's some time down the road. I think if there's negotiations that are happening, we're going to see this for a long time. I don't think we're going to see immediate results. It's not, we're not gonna have like 1, 2, 3 and everybody's out of there. Let me see if there was anything else in the article. If you guys have any questions, pop them up in the comments. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I made notes on this. So, So he referred to her as that girl. He called Putin cool at one point. He's just acting as a basketball ambassador. Da, 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 da. All right, so she has appealed the sentence. So let's take a look at that. She has appealed the sentence. Let's see how that appeal is going to go. And then we're going to take a look at the U.S. plan for the exchange, because we were going to exchange some people for her. Here's our money. Here's our money. Here we go. So we're going to appeal to the mistake that was made. Okay, this is part of the appeal. They're going to really drive home that it was a mistake, it was an error. And here's some money to make this a little bit easier to swallow. There will be a great deal of debate over it, and then there's going to be some kind of smokescreen to save face for the Russian government, Ruski, so that they don't look bad. So are we going to see a reduction of sentence? Let's see if we see a reduction of sentence. And yes, Mr. Joe Biden, she does not like the national anthem. Reduction of sentence. So part of what they're looking at is to see if how their public is going to respond to that. The problem, I'm getting my download now. So the problem is that if they let her out, they've got other people that are Russian citizens who are going to be greatly upset by that. So that is really the Russian dilemma here is, and I'm just going to fix this a little bit, just so we get a little bit of a better view. Sorry, guys, boys and girls. This may be the permanent blocking for Fortune Cookies Tarot. So they're going to have to deal with precedents and uproar from their people if don't answer. Whatever I say will upset someone. I'm trying not to upset anybody. So yes, the problem is that if they let her go, they're going to have precedent for other cases in their country, and that's going to be a problem. That they're not going to let her go. That I don't think they're going to reduce this sentence much, if at all. We may get a little bit. She may get some time spent, but it's not really looking good. Yeah, not looking good. Maybe they might knock off a little bit, but not a whole bunch. So the U.S. plan for exchanging people. I think we had we were going to get a 2-for-1, 2 of ours for 1 of theirs. Joe Biden, who am I not answering? Like, not answering you? Who am I not answering? How is the U.S. State Department's 2-for-1 offer going to fly? How's that going to fly? 2-for-1, 2-for-1. Yes. Yeah, actually, there's, I think, another Marine or something there. So we were going to get 2-for-1. Mr. Joe Upside Down Biden. How will our exchange go? Not looking like it's going to go so well. The execution will need to be done very even-handedly, okay? Because there's some sketchiness behind the scenes on this one. We can't go into it with a foolish mind. So they do need to kind of plug up the holes in the ship before they move forward and swap anyone out. Is this why they're concerned about Rodman getting in there and chattering away? Is there something they are trying to accomplish? I feel like using this as like a goodwill kind of situation. But it's not going to work, because even if we make the other government happy for a minute, they can't erase, the other things that were said outside of this particular situation. Hi, Penny. So it looks like our side is looking at it like, okay, so this could be like extending a hand of cooperation. And the other side, Pootie's side, is not looking at it that way. They're like, we're just gonna, if they're gonna come at us with a level of kindness, we'll pretend as best we can, and then we are going to just keep doing what we're doing. So that's kind of where we're going with this. So that is unfortunate. So yeah, not too cool, but in any event, so I can stick around for a couple more minutes if you guys have any questions. So anything about Brittney Griner or Dennis Rodman or Pootie? Have a good weekend, Mr. President. Mr. President just had to go. Literally, he went and then he had to go. So for those of you that aren't seeing the comments, let me see if I can pop that one up there. I don't know if this like shows up on our Facebook feed when the comments are on YouTube. I don't know, like if we have to put it up on the screen and then it shows up on both. I don't know. It's pretty funny. But so anything else? Like you guys got me. I can read a little bit more. It's only 7 o'clock. Let's do this. Questions, open questions. Questions about anything that's going on in the universe. Let me see. We'll look up some news. Buzzkill, maid of honor, back for not going to bride's bachelorette party. We're not reading on that. That's just crazy. The whole J-Lo and Ben Affleck wedding, I think we're going to do that later in the week. Also, all the stuff that's going on with the raid, we're going to do that later in the week, I think. What else? Well, there's always Harry and Meghan. Gosh, they are so busy. But if no one's going to throw me up any questions, I think I am going to call it a night. So, I'll do some more videos for you guys, but I just wanted to do this one as a live. I hope you all had a great day. Down in the comments, you will see a link. You can book your own private reading with me. I have a lot of time to do readings this week. My weekends are filling up, so if you would like to get a reading, jump on in there. Halloween season is upon us, and I'm usually booked pretty solid through that. So I hope everybody had a great night. Tell me what you think of the new blocking and the new background. You can see I've got Wilson back here. Well said. I'm sorry. And I'll see you all later. Have a great night.